3 days into the 14-day window, and the silence from Islamabad is louder than the strikes that preceded it. On Wednesday, the world breathed a collective sigh of relief as oil plummeted below $95. But as we move into this first weekend of the ceasefire, a different kind of pressure is building. It's a pressure not measured in barrels of crude, but in the collective cortisol levels of a global population waiting for the next shoe to drop. Welcome back to Aligned and Activated. Today, we are looking past the headlines of the Islamabad Delay and the Operation Eternal Darkness ripples in Lebanon. We are exploring the concept of the uncertainty trap, a strategic psychological siege designed to keep markets and your mind in a state of constant low-level emergency. Because in 2026, the most valuable commodity isn't oil, it's your focus. The headline news of the last 24 hours has been the Iranian delegation's hesitation to land in Pakistan. The official word is that security concerns in Lebanon make high-level diplomacy impossible. But look deeper. While the peace is being negotiated, the economic groundwork is being shifted. Tehran's proposal for a transit toll in the Strait of Hormuz is a masterclass in asymmetrical warfare. By shifting from military blockades to economic tolls, they create a permanent inflation tax on the West without firing a single shot. Trump's reaction on social media has been swift, warning that any toll will be met with maximum repercussions. We are seeing a new form of economic gaslighting. They tell us the road is open, but they've placed a toll booth every 10 miles. This keeps the global supply chain and your cost of living in a state of permanent volatility. Why does this matter to you specifically? Because your brain is not designed for infinite alert. In neuroscience, we call this predictive processing. Your brain is constantly trying to predict the future to keep you safe. When the news changes every 6 hours, from ceasefire to stalling talks to toll fees, your brain's prediction loops stay open. This is the uncertainty trap. It drains your prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for high-level decision-making and focus. This is why you feel brain fog even when you haven't been physically active. You're experiencing cognitive sovereignty loss. You're being occupied by headlines. When you spend your Saturday morning scrolling for updates on the Islamabad landing, you aren't just getting news. You're giving away your mental energy to a conflict thousands of miles away. So, how do we stay activated when the world is in a stall? We have 11 days left in this ceasefire window. You must treat this time as a neural hardening phase. First, recognize the toll on your own time. If you are checking the news more than twice a day, you are paying a transit fee with your own focus. Second, prioritize metabolic stability. High stress in a geopolitical crisis triggers sugar cravings. It's your body's way of seeking fast energy for a fight that isn't coming. Switch to the adaptogen tonic we discussed in our last short. Use ashwagandha and magnesium to close the loops in your nervous system. The goal isn't to be uninformed. The goal is to be unshakable. While the Iranian delegation decides when to land, you decide where your attention goes. The next 48 hours will be critical. If the talks in Islamabad fail to start by Sunday night, expect the markets to react violently on Monday morning. But regardless of the ticker symbol, your objective remains the same. Stay aligned with your purpose. Stay activated in your body. The ceasefire clock is ticking. Use it wisely.